Oh hey, I didn't see you there. My name is Brandon and this is my 2-bed, 2-bathroom apartment located in downtown Denver. It's over 1,000 square feet and we only pay $2,500 a month. So come on, let's go check it out. So this is the entryway to our apartment. Now it takes up tons of square footage and honestly it's really hard to figure out how to really utilize this space. So we mostly haven't utilized it at all. Alright guys, welcome to our kitchen. It's huge and probably one of my favorite parts about this apartment. We've got tons of space. You've got the island, which has breakfast bar seats on it, which is perfect because honestly, we never sit at a table, even when we've had one before. Usually on the couch watching Netflix, but if we do have people over, we will usually use the breakfast bar and sometimes for actual breakfast, which works. And yeah, I love that there's just so much space here, especially when we're cooking. I think it really makes a difference for a lot of the stuff we have since we do have a lot of kitchen stuff. And of course, this gorgeous view, I absolutely love it. It's in our kitchen right above the sink. And we have our cute little plants right here. We've got our aloe vera and our cactus. It's one of my favorite parts of the kitchen. It would be extremely rude of me not to include our lovely espresso machine. Now, my partner's mom bought us this espresso machine and it has been the real deal. We do use our Mr. Coffee in the morning, but when I need a midday pick-me-up, I always use the espresso machine. It's perfect. I do usually love just drinking espresso, maybe with like a little bit of hot water, but I put it in espresso cups. And she also bought us all these super cute espresso cups. They say like espresso yourself and rise and grind and hot stuff, and they're super cute and I love to use them all the time. So one of my precious jewels that I've loved forever, and I've always wanted one, and I finally got one, and it's been incredible. I light it up every night, is this Turkish lamp. I bought it in Santa Fe, and I'm obsessed with it, and I'll probably never get rid of it. So I absolutely love little trinkets, especially when I'm traveling. And of course, I had to get this adorable little Buddha set when I was there. I bought it right off the street. It was probably like $2 or $3. It's amazing. So you got see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil. And then just an adorable little Buddha. And I love to look at them during the day and they're just amazing. So also when I was in India, I got this, which is Ganesha. It's a Hindu deity. And look at how beautiful it is. And it's gold and it's super heavy and I absolutely love it. It also sits on my desk. Next up, we've got this sea turtle right here. I love sea turtles and a friend of mine went to Costa Rica recently and got it for me and it sits on my desk as well. And then in addition to that, I've got my little gorilla. I love wildlife. I love wildlife conservation, all things wildlife. But I actually got this one from a theater honor society that I was in at the University of Alabama. And they did a thing called Gorilla Theater. And so this was our little gorilla, which is super cute. I was in Canada. I saw this adorable little bear that says bear before coffee. And I'm a huge coffee drinker. You can't be talking to me if I haven't had my coffee. So this is a great time to be like, hey, if you haven't had your coffee, don't talk to me. But yeah, super cute. But yeah, I love all these trinkets. I love having them on my desk. They remind me of all the things that I've done, that I've traveled, that I've seen, and they just bring great energy. I'm highlighting the entertainment center because I love to use the incense holder, the record player, and this cute little record that I got from my partner. After our 5 years, it has our song on it and a code to the Spotify link. Welcome to our bedroom. Now the thing I do love about this bedroom is that we get tons of sunlight, especially in the morning. So don't even need to set an alarm, that sun wakes me up. Even though you know I'm sleeping for 45 minutes extra because I can never get out of bed on time. Now, the thing I do love about this set we do have for our bed is that there are 2 floating shelves right here. And then there's also floating nightstands, which I love to have. It's super helpful when we charge our phones and for extra storage. She's got her little Labubu right here, which is a little freaky. I try not to look at it because they honestly are kind of scary. And then on my side, we just have my fanny pack hanging right here, which I use for trips, and then some Vaseline and a bunch of other random stuff. What I love is that below the bed, there are drawers. So there's tons of extra storage. So we don't really have to have any sort of dresser or anything like that. Now I am going to show you the two things we do have hanging in the bedroom. It's not a lot, but we have two. Now this is one of my favorite photos we have in our bedroom, even though we only have two things on the wall. This is super iconic. My partner and I met about 8 years ago at a singing ice cream shop in New Jersey. So if you can imagine, on the Jersey Shore in the summer having so much fun. And so for one of our anniversaries, she bought this and it's super adorable. It says it all started at a singing ice cream shop. You got the coordinates of where it is and a cute little heart there. Super sweet, super sentimental, means the world to both of us. Okay, so cute story time. I bought this frame for my partner after our 5-year anniversary, and it's all of our firsts. I did have to choose a couple of photos that weren't, but I'll go through them really quick. So right here, this was our first apartment together in New York. We lived in Inwood, and we lived in New York City I lived there for about 4 years, she lived there for about 7. And then right up here, we bought our first car when we were living in Atlanta at the time. Right here was our first photo we took together when we met at the singing ice cream shop. And then right here was our first Christmas together in New York City. It's right outside Rockefeller Center, which, iconic, you love it. And then this one was just a random photo. Truly, I just thought we looked good and I was like, oh, I need another photo to add to this. So happy 5 years. And then right up here was our first wedding that we went together. She was in the wedding and it was super fun in Atlanta. So this is our guest bedroom. It really functions as a million different things. We've got our piano in here that I took lessons for a couple years, and I majored in musical theater, so always gotta have a piano around me just in case it's time to sing. We've also got my partner's desk, so my partner works from this room and I work from the living room. And then this couch right here actually converts into a pull-out bed. So when guests come and stay, they have this bed right here for them to use, as well as the guest bathroom, so they kind of have their own space, which we always wanted to have and which we love. We knew we needed 2 bedrooms, especially because we both work from home and a lot of people have come to visit us, so it's nice for them to have their own space. This room also gets pretty good sunlight, which is our favorite thing about this apartment. There's always tons of windows in every room, so you never really have to worry about that natural sunlight. You know, I also kind of use as a storage space. This room, we do have like kind of some things strewn about in here that we've bought and that we can't fit anywhere else. And we also have a big walk-in closet as well that we just use for storage in. It's an absolute mess, as you probably can imagine. Yesterday the fall blew in, riding on a gust of wind, bringing in